All right, this isn't going to be a super long video, so hang in there with me. Right now, as I'm talking to you, if you see my eyes go away, it's because I'm on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. All right. I just realized if I say I'm on X, that sounds like I'm on a weird drug. I don't do drugs. I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is stupid. Anyways, we got somebody that now appears to be a full go, and I'm watching video of him right now. He's backpedaling, he's turning and running, he's following a coach, doing a little fake slant, and he's basically practicing his zone coverage skills. And that man is none other than Jerry Jacobs. And all I have to say on that is thank you, Lord, because Will Harris ain't it. And Jerry Jacobs appears to be a full go in practice. He's sitting here doing everything he would normally do based on what reports are coming out. And Jerry Jacobs has had a good season thus far. It started rough. Like it did. We all have to admit it started rough, but he now has 3 interceptions. He's doing a pretty good job. His passer rating allowed against him is only a 77. Like the dude is starting to ball out. And what I think we've realized is now that he's settled in, now that he's comfortable, he can absolutely be just fine when you're talking about stopping or starting opposite side of Cam Sutton. I think like his perfect spot is a third corner coming off a bench, but at the same time, like, is it? Because he's proven to be a decent level starter, but it takes him a little while to get going. It just takes him a little while to get going. So here's what we saw in the game against the Ravens. One, the whole team was garbage. We know that. But Will Harris is not good at football. Like, and I hate to say that. And there are things that Will Harris does well. So I don't want to just like trash on the guy, but he is paid to be a professional athlete. And so if he's not going to play well, his job review is out on the field for everybody in the world to see. He didn't play well. It wasn't good. He is good at special teams, though, and this will allow him to run back and be just that, a special teams player. All right, against Baltimore and overall for the year, Will Harris for the year is an overall PFF grade of 47. Okay. His run defense is 60. His pass rush doesn't matter. His coverage is a 46. This is atrocious. Like this is really bad. This is not a starting caliber player. Whereas you look at Jerry Jacobs, his run defense is a 73. His overall is a 62 with a coverage grade of 61. That is a serviceable. That's the word. That's the word we're going to use with Jerry Jacobs. That is a serviceable grade in order to be a starting corner in the NFL or to have a corner that can play consistently in the NFL. But when you look deeper into the numbers, yeah, it's a coverage grade of 61. But as we talked about earlier, passer rating allowed 77.1. That's low. That's low. That's a low passer rating allowed. He has 3 interceptions. That's huge. All right. And then you look at what he does in the run game, and he is well above average in the run game as far as cornerbacks that are graded. So, yeah, like I'm absolutely all aboard the bring him back train. Like, I love having Jerry Jacobs back, and it's weird how the NFL goes from week to week, isn't it? So you go from this guy, Jerry Jacobs, where you're like, oh man, he's a liability. Can't wait till Mosley gets back. And then all of a sudden, Jerry Jacobs starts balling out a little bit, has a great game against Green Bay, has another interception in another game. And you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's doing a little bit better. And then he gets hurt. And you realize how much you really do miss him, especially because when Mosley tried to come back, he retore his ACL. So I've always talked about this, and I talk about this in this channel a lot, but I just like to give everybody the idea. So PFF is on a grade system. So you can love them, you can hate them, you can do whatever you want. I pay for the subscription, so I'm going to use it, and I actually like it. It's not perfect, but one thing it can do is it at least grades players and ranks them in order of what they do at their position. So there are um, technically, when they look at this, 32, 64, 96 starting corners in the league, because they play, or they put in PFF, you get 4 down or defensive linemen, 3 corners, 2 linebackers, and 2 safeties. Now, it depends on what kind of defense you run. That's just what they know the base defense is in Detroit. Branch is on the field all the time. So, of our 3 corners, Branch is rated number 1, and it looks like we're getting him back for this week as well. And he's the number 14th overall corner in the NFL with a PFF grade of 76. So he ranks as a starter. Top 64 players are starters. You could even say top 96 because they put 3 starters there. A lot of teams play 3 corners consistently. Then we have Cam Sutton. He went down a little bit after that game against the Ravens. He did not have a good game. He was over 70 before it. Now he's down to 67, and that is the 37th ranked corner in the NFL. And then you have Jerry Jacobs sitting at number 64 out of 115 corners. Will Harris, I don't know what it is off the top of my head because I can't see necessarily his ranking, but it's not good. It's probably somewhere between 100 and 115. So you have 3 starting level corners based on their PFF grade when Jerry Jacobs is playing, when everybody's healthy. As soon as somebody isn't healthy, you no longer have 3 starting caliber corners on this team. So that is why I talk about how this is great injury news, because we now have somebody back that is a starting caliber player. It's huge to have. It's massive. So, yep, I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment on how important you think it is to have him back and how happy you are to have Jerry back. Let's send him some love. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.